Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for the third episode of Let's Build a Car in my summer car. We already have built the suspension, the wheels, and we have also put together the engine in the previous episode. Today I would like to do the entire rest of the car that still has to be done. Now, to be honest with you, I do believe since we have wheels on our car, we might be able to push it around slightly. Okay, it might be easier said than done. Come on, push, 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 push. No, I had it lined up. Oh, well, maybe that would actually also be convenient to work with. Now we actually have access to the bottom. Okay, I decided we're gonna leave it outside. What the heck, we can still drive it inside once we have actually a functional car. However, let's do the rest of the parts. So I think we're gonna start with the gear stick in this case. We have done almost everything actually, to be honest with you. There's just a few loose parts still that we have to take care of. So the gear stick obviously goes into the driver's cabin somewhere. Ah, there we go, nailed it. For the gear stick, we actually have 3 screws, and we need to do that with the size 6 wrench right there. Okay, let's see if that actually is correctamundo. Beautiful. Let's screw those guys in. Man, I'm still drunk from the beer that I drank at the end of the last episode. Okay, great. I'm gonna switch to tool number 8 and we're gonna grab ourselves the fuel strainer. Where is that bad boy? No, that's the brake lining. Fuel strainer looks like this thing. Yeah, beautiful. This goes into the engine bay at the back somehow. I think right here, actually, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. That's great. So we can screw that guy in. It's just one single screw for this one. Oh, geez. Click the wrong mouse button there. Fuel strainer is done. The next thing we need is the gear linkage. And that looks like the gear linkage. Yeah. This also goes at the back more or less. I think we could manage it like so. Please. Ah, no. The gear linkage actually obviously goes between the gears and the motor somehow. So this must be right there. Yeah, actually. So this does have 2 screws with the size 5 spanner or wrench or whatever the heck. Let's see. Ah, it's actually those 2 guys. Those 2 little screws. This always confuses me when you screw something in before something else is attached. But I do believe the motor is going to be attached to all of these things eventually. And that might be why you screwed them in before. Okay, next up we want to grab the brake lining here. Yes, yes, yes. This goes into the engine bay, definitely. Come on, you go right there. Yes. Before we screw that in, we want to grab a couple more parts, namely the clutch lining. What is that? Clutch lining. Beautiful. Why is this even on the floor? I don't remember this being so, but maybe I threw it around at some point. Who knows? We're gonna place this guy also here. There we go. Yeah, these kind of belong together. And then I'm gonna grab 2 additional parts. This guy here, which is the clutch master cylinder. Yes, yes, yes. We want to grab this bad boy and place it somewhere here. Let's see. It goes just on the very end of the engine bay here. Yeah, there we go. I found the sweet spot. Let's have a look at it right there. And the other thing goes here. You can actually see the screws. The other thing that I meant is this bad boy, the brake master cylinder. So we're gonna place that guy in here as well. Great. Okay, and now we can go ahead and screw a couple of things. Actually, many things. We're gonna start with the size 7 wrench here. And then we're gonna hop inside of the car because we have to screw in 12 screws here. Now, it's not those screws, but you can see these guys you actually have to tighten. So that's 1 here, then 2, then we have a 3rd one right there. Okay, so that's 3 pipes already covered. Then we got the 4th one here. Then we're gonna have a look here. This is the 5th one actually. Then we have 6 here. We have 7 right there. We have 8 right here. Then we have 9 and finally we have 10 right here. Come on, let me find the sweet spot here. And that's 2 missing actually in the front. It must be somewhere here. I'm always confused. I never see this one. Ah, there we go. I found it. Can you see it right there? It is also connecting to all of these pipes. And of course, the same thing also happens on the other side. It should be somewhere here. Come on. Ah, there we go. I think I got it. Oh, geez, that's hard when you don't see it. Ah, there we go. We want to screw that in as well. Okay, so that's 12 screws we did in the front, and there's actually also 2 screws in the back with all of the parts we added. Let's see if we can find that. One is right here. I mean, if you don't do these, I think eventually your car will break apart if you hit the bump too hard or so. I'm not sure how realistic it is, but there we go. This is the second one, so they're just symmetrical. Okay, so that were 12 screws with number, what was that, 7 in the front and then 2 in the back. Next up, we also have a couple of screws that we need with the size 8. And if we have a look in here, that were those guys that we couldn't screw in before. So that's 2 per add-on here. So one for the clutch master cylinder and one for, what was it, brake master cylinder. There we go, beautiful. Okay, what is next? I think now we can go to the easy parts, actually. We can, like, do the battery, for instance. We're gonna grab this guy here. And this goes, at least with this car, in the front left, right there. Let's see, beautiful. Oh man, this is so clamped into the metal. Good, and one more thing before we can attach the motor, we need the radiator, I think. Yeah, that goes right in the front here, and it should have like 4 screws. Let's see, we're gonna need a number 7 for this one, so we have to switch back here, and we want to have a look inside. There should be 2 screws on each side. So that's those 2 guys, and then of course those are a little bit hidden on the left side, but you should be able to do them nonetheless. Great stuff, great stuff. Okay, I think now we can do the engine. The big moment where we put this bad boy inside of the car. Now, to be honest, I do believe it's already facing the right way, but I'm definitely not sure. I guess we will figure out soon enough. Let's just grab this guy and push him over towards the car. Oh yeah, is it already high enough? I think so. We can just place it here. Now let's have a look if it is approximately in the center. No, it does not look good. We need to back up slightly. Maybe like this. Yeah, this looks like it's kind of gonna fit. Oh my gosh. Now, one thing I did in the previous episode, I actually already screwed in one of the adjustment thingy-majingies. If I try to find this again, I'm actually not sure where exactly it is. Ah, there we go, I found it. So this guy I actually screwed in the previous episode, but this seems to be some kind of a tuning mechanism. I'm actually not sure about the tuning part so far. Let's just lower this bad boy down. Oh, one thing I just see is that this screw at the bottom of the oil pan we can actually already screw in. If you don't do that, you will not be able to fill up the oil eventually. So I think that was that size 11 or so? I'm not sure. No, it's actually a size 13, but at the bottom of the oil pan, you want to make sure this is screwed in. This is what you would unscrew to drain the oil. Good, finally, let's lower this freaking thing and hope for the best. So far, so good. No. Okay, it seems as though there is a collision going on. No, we can actually lift it down now. That is good. Okay, I want to bring this down to where we actually put weight on the car. So as soon as I see that, I want to stop right there. Maybe go up slightly even. We want to grab the size 11 screwdriver. No, that's not a screwdriver, it's a wrench. And we want to find a couple of screws. I think one could be located right here in the front. Yeah, this guy. So as soon as I screwed this one in, you can see the engine kind of attached itself to the car instead of the lifter. Okay, so that's one screw on the left side and then one on the right side, if I manage to find the hitbox for this one. Let's actually take this guy away. Let's see if we can already do that. Yes, indeed. Maybe this was kind of getting in the way here. Yeah, there we go. Now I can actually screw this guy in. So that's 2 in the front that I know of. Hopefully there's not going to be more. And there might be more right here in the back to kind of attach to the engine. Let's see. Yeah, this guy right here. So 1 in the center. It feels like there should be at least 1 more to make this secure. Well, let's just hope for the best. I'm sure you guys would tell me if there was yet another screw. However, we've done it. Now we can go ahead and do the rest of the car. There's just a few essential parts left, and then there is all of the metal parts such as doors and hoods. It's gonna be fun. Let's see. Fuel tank pipe. No, I don't want to start with that. I want to start with the radiator hose 1 right there. Yeah, let's choose that. And we're gonna put that somewhere here. Yeah, the sweet spot is in the front of the engine bay somewhere right there. Cool. So this attaches from the radiator to the engine. Let's see. Radiator hose 2. This small little guy also goes somewhere along here. I think a little bit more into the back. Yeah, there we go. I found the spot somewhere here. Let's try this spot here. I'm sure it must go there. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. So where does it actually go? So this connects from this guy to... where does it go? It kind of ends right there, so I'm not sure why this pipe is even attached. Maybe one of you that really knows how a car works can let me know what these guys are for if they just end. And the last one we're also gonna put somewhere into here. And as far as I know, you don't even need to screw them on or so, they just attach as such. There we go. This goes more towards the bottom. Okay, so it does connect up. Now I can see the circle actually going on with these radiator hoses. So no explanation needed. I understood now. Good, we've done the radiator hose. Let's do the fuel tank, this bad boy. Of course, this goes right here at the bottom, but we need to screw this on, otherwise we're screwed. So I guess now we just lean into the car and do our little clipping through the metal thingy. So that looks like 4 screws at the back of the fuel tank. And I do believe there is more. There must be like 3 more at least on the other side. Let's see if we can find them. Now it would be great to be able to lift the car. Okay, I can see something here. Yeah, this is 1 screw. So there must be 3 of those guys at the back. There's the second one. Let's see if we can find the third one. Yes, indeed. Okay, so 7 screws done for this guy. The next thing we need is the tank pipe, which should be this guy. Of course, right here we fill in the fuel that actually goes into the tank. So this is just the connection part right here. And as such, it should also go right there. We don't need to screw this in. However, the next thing I want to do is the steering wheel. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna grab this guy and we want to put it, of course, where? I do believe everyone knows where this goes, right there. Okay, which tool? Tool number 10. Great, we're gonna grab that and screw this in. Come on, game, let me do that. Great, so we have a nice steering wheel now. I mean, theoretically right now we already have a functional car, right? I mean, before we put in too much stuff like the seats and everything, we should maybe test it. Everything we add right now is just like of cosmetical nature, I believe. Well, maybe not everything. There's also still the handbrake missing, for instance. But we can test the car without that. However, what we have to do is fill up stuff. Fill up the motor oil, the coolant, and of course also the fuel. Now, I should have a couple of things right here. Let's check this out. Oh no, I totally forgot the fuel actually, to be honest with you. But we got some motor oil here. I'm gonna grab that, and I'm also gonna grab 2 bottles of brake fluid. And then, what is this? Yeah, coolant we also need. There we go. Okay, so the fatigue and our thirst is also really high. So maybe it's time to actually go for a nap, even though it's still like daytime. I'm just gonna drink some beers for the time being and maybe eat some sausages or chips. Yeah, looks like we are gonna eat chips, drink more beer. I'm not gonna take care of our dirtiness. I actually figured out how to use the sauna. You cannot just take a shower, but that's absolutely fine. So I'm not sure if I can die from fatigue. I think you can actually do that, so we should really take a nap, even though I fear we might wake up in the middle of the night. But let's just do it. Ay, that's so fun. And there we go. As I suspected, it is a deep nighttime. If we have a look at the clock, well, it is 4 o'clock from the looks of it. That's fine, that's fine. We can deal with it. We can still, you know, test the car and everything. Why are you shaking? Are you afraid? Are you cold? Oh my gosh, this is really disturbing. Looks like it's already running. Anyways, to fill up all the fluids, we want to open up this radiator cap. We want to open up the rock cover cap. I finally stopped shaking. And we want to open up all of these caps right here. Brake master cylinder and also the clutch master cylinder. There we go. With all of these guys open, we should be able to actually take the fluids. We're gonna start with the brake fluids first. Brake fluids go over here. So you just have to like hover it over there and you can see a progress bar at the bottom. Yeah, look at that. It's filling up nicely here. I'm gonna do the second one as well, and I think we soon... Yeah, look at that. The bottle actually ran out, so I'm actually gonna throw it out right here in this container. I'm gonna grab 1 more of those brake fluids, and therefore we should be able to fill up the rest of it that we haven't done yet. Yeah, look at that. Good, I do believe we have filled these guys entirely up, so we're gonna put the caps back on, just like that. Great, with that out of the way, let's fill up the motor oil, which is this guy. Yes, we want to move this over the rocker, of course, right there. And this should only fill up if you actually have screwed in the bottom screw of the oil pan. Now this actually takes a while to fill up, and also I kind of missed the realism of having to fill up the motor oil to a certain level. So right here you just fill it up entirely, but if you own a car yourself, you know it has to be at a certain level, so not filled up all the way. Anyways, the last thing we want to do is the coolant, of course, and that goes into the last opening right there, into the radiator. Now let's see, where is the thing? There we go. Come on, do me the favor. Yeah, there we go. It's filling up the radiator. And there we go. Beautiful. Let's put on the last two caps. If you don't do them, you will actually lose liquid at a much higher rate. So the last thing you would have to fill up is the gas, of course. What we could do is actually take the gas and go onto our boat and just grab a little bit. Let's see, we are actually a little bit thirsty, so I'm afraid I'm not gonna make the trip. Let's do some drinking first here. There we go, we're approaching the boat. We basically want to go into this direction, so towards the left of this blinking tower. There's gonna be an island, and if you go on the right side of the island and the left side of this tower, you should be going directly towards the little village with the shop and a gas station. So yeah, guys, I think I'm going to catch you in just a second. Brum, brum, brum. There we go, that's the island I spoke of. So towards the right of this, and you can already see the little village in the background. There we go, we have arrived. It's beautiful. Oh, stop, 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 stop. Don't go too far. There we go, I found the gas station. Now let's see, do they actually have different kinds of fuel? I don't think so. Oh, actually they do. They have a diesel and they have 98. What does my car take? I cannot... Oh no, don't tell me, the gas station isn't open just yet. That's why I cannot use it. Yeah, look at that, it's still closed. You're so mean. Oh well, guys, I'm just going to wait until the store opens, then I'm gonna fill this canister, and I'm not gonna forget to pay the shopkeeper, actually. I'm gonna make my way back with the boat, and then we see us again when we are ready to fill up the car. Alright guys, let's wrap this up. There's just like 3 parts left that I want to do today. If you want, we can do a 4th episode where we put on all of the rest, like the lights and the hood and all of the metal parts, but you have to let me know. I mean, we've built like the functional car so far, except I'm not so sure that I have the right fuel. So even if this is going to work, even if the car starts, this doesn't mean we are using the right fuel. It could just, you know, go wrong over time. But there we go, we can actually fuel up the car. This is amazing. Yeah, let me know in the comment section if you are interested in the continuation of this tutorial. For the time being, I just want to add the exhaust pipes and everything so that we can test it out. So we are going to need, well, let's do the handbrake as well. I mean, why the heck not? This thing is kind of important, and this also looks as though we can easily add it. Yeah, there we go, beautiful. And what does it take? Oh, it actually takes multiple tools. So we're gonna need number 5 first in order to do these guys, I think. No, actually not. We have to do something in the back, I think. Oh, okay, finally, I managed to actually put it right there, actually, during pissing, so that was kind of interesting. However, now we should have easier access to all of the... Yeah, look at that, this was the guy that I was looking for. Holy cow, didn't find it, just didn't find it. Let's grab the other tool we need, which is number 8 right there, and this one is much easier because we can see all the screws right there. Yeah, there we go, 4 of them. Alright, let's do the exhaust pipe, which requires a number 7 tool, size 7, there we go. And of course, this is right down below here, our exhaust pipe. This one should be easy to attach. There we go, I found the sweet spot. Okay, it doesn't actually work. There we go, I was able to actually sweet spot it from the bottom, and this time it didn't break off immediately, so we can screw it in right away. There are 2 screws as far as I know, so one we just screwed in, and where can we find the others? I guess one must be here. There we go, I found them right there. They actually attach to the motor, of course. Great, okay, 3 screws, we did them, so there's only one last piece to go. Also requiring number 7 tool, and it's the rear muffler here, or the exhaust muffler. Sometimes they have like several mufflers, I think, but there we go. Great, okay, let's also screw that guy in. Now, I do believe this requires only one single screw. Let's actually find it. Right here at the very end. Yeah, there we go. It actually screws in to the bottom of the chassis frame. Great, okay, now we've done all the functional parts, we can actually test the car and start it up for the first time. Just have a quick look at it. And if you want, I'm gonna do a video for the rest of the car. But all the essential features are basically on to make it run. So let's enter the driving mode and we're gonna search our ignition, which is right over there. Oh my gosh. Can you hear that, guys? Freaking working. Let's have a look at the smoke. Oh, the smoke is all black and stuff. But I guess we can take care of that the next time. Let me also know if I used the right type of fuel. But yeah, we have a running car. It's basically working. It's just fine-tuning and everything that needs to be attached to it still. With that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Have a great time and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.